Alright, hey everyone, it's AntagonistKim, and we're back with more Disco Elysium. So, we had this outfit on with the thought that we could, we have a drama level pass for when we do our karaoke. Fortunately, it's not quite time for us to do karaoke. It's better for us to do it in the evening, according to the book. Let's see. Yeah, sing karaoke. Get on the stage in the evening. Preferably evening, more people will be at the bar then. So I'm not sure how much better that'll be for us. I might call this again and see if we have any more info to get this off the list. A few of these other things, we don't have the points to do the check, or at least to put into an ability check. So we can't confront Pig about our gun. So we might be testing out smoking and seeing if that gives us an ability point, and God, it's going to be probably not the greatest, so yeah. Or maybe read another book to pass some time. We did buy another Heimdall book. The last one was pretty epic, so say we aren't doing too bad.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I guess we've never done this before. We'll do this real quick.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation.
How are you, my friend?
The smell of freshly treated leather, the lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder, all seem to be whispering, "I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner."
Where have you been?
At the bottom of the sea.
Oh, because we ran our car over the edge.
So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you, well kept. Why did it say that? A dark feeling. This is going wrong. Let go of the clutch. The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Nice.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner's armored boots?
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see...
I thought we could get a little more this time, but I guess not. So, it's 1400, so what is that? 4 o'clock, right? Wait. No, 2 o'clock. Okay, I don't know what else we can do here. I feel bad because the last time we kind of just messed around. Trying to find other leads and things that we... I mean, we found new stuff, don't get me wrong. We found extra stuff, but not quite what we were thinking. We might be doing this. God. Here we go.
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
One cigarette won't hurt, right?
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
What are the repercussions if I do this? Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in. No, throw it away. What are my repercussions?
Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that. It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true.
Can't believe we're doing this. Just one, Harry. That's it.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself, the man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills, logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
Okay, so let's double check, because we did have a few that we needed something for. I don't think it's any of these. Oh, logic is for the ravers, so we could try that one more time and see if they'll let me do it again here. So logic, conceptualization, perception. No, we need logic and perception. Alright, so it looks like we might be able to do a logic check with the ravers. Let's see if we can figure out what they're actually up to. Because Suna says that they're up to no good, so... let's move this back here again. Alright. While we got time, let's go talk to the ravers real quick. With our +1. We should probably heal ourselves, though. Hopefully it doesn't change our Siggy status. Can't believe we just smoked a cigarette. Bad Harry. Bad Harry. I pray this gives us our check, though. Hope this gives us our check. So we can get more XP. And then we'll put it into perception. And pray we pass the Suna check. Because we really need that too. We need all the checks. We need experience. Oh, and logic. Let's maybe put on clothes that have logic too. While I'm thinking about it. We'll have to remember our drama stuff for later. Hold on. We need all the logic checks we can get. Let's keep going. Come on, Harry. Walk as fast as you can. Look at us barely. Our sweet jog. Barely making it. Alright. Back into clothes. Clothes. We need logic. Alright. Perfect. Okay. Why is that empty? This actually gives us +1 logic, so sure. What did it minus for that, though? Suggestion? Okay, well, we don't care about that. Empathy. This gives us logic. Okay. We're on a roll here. Minus to logic. Nope. +2 logic. Is that better than this one? Yeah, we're doing it. Shit, we're gonna pass this check, baby. We gotta. Anything else? I think we're doing okay. Okay, let's go see the ravers real quick. Let's see if the check opened up like it said. See if we can figure them out. See if our check's uber high this time.
Again. So, how are things going?
Why is this still locked? Cigarettes unlocked. So how can I... Why can't I revert points? Hmm. And that's the only thing I dislike about this. I need 20 points. 20 flippin' skill points. But even then, I'm putting it into something else. Is there any of these I can reverse? You don't have enough skill points of it. Well...
Goodbye, officer.
Never mind, y'all. I'm stepping out. Well, I got excited for nothing. Never mind, guys. I thought... it gave us a point to do stuff. Apparently not. So that's just great. Back to square one. I guess we're reading another book. Come on. Why don't you guys go faster? Thank you. Is there anything new anywhere in here? Okay. I don't remember what her check was. I mean, to ask her on a date? I think it's because he's here with us. It wouldn't be
Waves are
good.
beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and the waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
Suggestion. So her thing's still open. I hate that this thing readjusts itself each time. Now, was there anything else in my actual little house? Hold on.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Electrochemistry. Like I said, we need... We need as much XP as we can. Let's just mess around with this. So electrochemistry, huh? Sure. Okay. This gives us electrochemistry as well. This does 2. So what are the pants we're wearing right now? +1 electrochemistry. I think those match better. Okay. Let's keep it going. Let's see what it looks like now.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face.
It's still a
You're
white.
still not accustomed to it.
Still a white check. I mean, at least we can say we tried.
Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Damn. Well, I tried. So be it. We messed around with that. We're gonna, I guess, read more books. Unless Granny's got something else to say.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
Oh,
What can I help you with?
I found this jacket, but it's kind of filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
This is perfect. Yes.
Hell yeah.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Yep, let's do it.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do.
Perfect.
Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Beautiful. I wonder if this gave us, like, cool stuff. Hold on. Where is Filthy Jacket at? Oh. It's like a oh yeah, but the Windbreaker didn't used to look like that. It used to look like green. It was gross. Holy cow, look at this. Look at this thing. Damn, we're slick. And we got this on. Half-Life and... Got like a whole matching outfit. We just need like some pants and you know, some some better shoes. Maybe we'll find track shoes and stuff. Nice. I mean, let's wear this for a teeny bit at least. It won't be perfect, but sure. Let's go for it. Look at that. Thanks, Granny. And we got half an hour wasted for it. Not wasted. I mean, she did a freaking fantastic job, but I guess time that we don't need to worry about now. Holy cow. Okay. Anything new in here? Nope. Sad panda. Tea's pretty good. Man. Alright. Sorry about this, Kim, but you're gonna have to sit on your ass and watch me read this book. I have to know more about Heimdall. Heimdall. Or maybe something new in here. I mean, it is a new day. Anything different for sale? Sometimes there's new stuff for sale in here. It's still highlighting this, and this, and this. Anything new with you, my dude?
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
That thing's like crazy expensive up there. Those are the little action figures. Alright, well, never mind. Thought we could find other stuff. Okay. Apparently we don't need to sit to read. Although it'd be nice if we could pass time without Kim here. I don't really know how to be like, you need to go, but... Oh well. Let's read the next part of the book. Yeah, Heimdallerman, man from Heimdall. Sure.
The cover of this tattered paperback features the man from Heimdall standing atop a pile of bloody corpses. His two Zweihanders are crossed over his massive chest in a dramatic X, their blades dripping with gore.
Hell yeah.
Behind him rise the harsh, snow-capped peaks of his native Northlands. In bold red letters, the title, Heimdallerman, the man from Heimdall, unfurls like a banner. In the foreground, a nearly nude woman lies spread in supplication, her privates strategically covered by her flowing black hair.
Alright, look at the back cover.
The back blurb reads, his latest adventure serves as the perfect introduction to the savage Heimdall saga. Meet man from Heimdall, his faithful blood brother, Tyribald, the noble Lord Hrothgar, and some of their most fearsome foes yet, for the Northlands, for Heimdall. Below, in smaller font, you see the parenthetical, adapted from Man from Heimdall and the Necromancer's Treasure. Man from Heimdall, Lord of Hrothgar, and Man from Heimdall, the Curse of Nacht Hera.
Okay.
A brazen attempt to bilk fans for more money by splicing together old stories under a new title.
The publishers must have a dim view of the readership. Where there's demand, there's always a supply. I mean, I guess they think we're dumb.
Their main concern is the continuation of the franchise, not making literary history.
True. Read the first couple pages.
The story opens in media res. The man from Heimdall and his band of northern reavers are in the bowels of an ancient temple, surrounded by an army of gibbering wights, led by the deathless necromancer. One by one, the brave Northmen fall to the relentless crush of undead, only to join their number as reanimated corpses.
Okay.
By nightfall, only the man from Heimdall and his blood brother, noble Tyribald, are left standing against the dead horde. It is an honor to die by your side, brother, Tyribald cries, as his battle axe beheads one of their reanimated comrades.
Oh man, they're really getting into it.
9, Tyribald. The man from Heimdall bellows over the army of flesh and bone. Have courage for the Northlands. For Heimdall. He leaps to the mezzanine to face the black-eyed figure, and like a mad ice bear, whirling twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, he plows through the ranks of the deathless, surrounding the necromancer. It is physically impossible for a human being to effectively dual-wield Zweihander swords in any kind of real-life combat situation. And with deadly finesse, his twin blades scissor the necromancer's head from its body. The undead legions collapse like ragdolls as the dark magic leaves them, and the two Northmen stand alone in their cursed temple, where the bodies of their lost brothers litter the floors.
I love how Logic's like, so there's no way this can be real. It's fantasy, my friend. Skip ahead.
A few chapters later, the man from Heimdall and Tyribald are in a completely different setting, high above an arid desert, riding a pair of griffins that always seem to appear at narratively convenient moments.
They said this about Lord of the Rings, right? But whatever.
This book makes a mockery of the very idea of good plotting, though something tells you coherence was never the point.
True.
The Northmen find themselves in the court of a powerful southern king, Lord Hrothgar. The old king beseeches the man from Heimdall to rid his kingdom of the Nachtherra, a subterranean clan of blind wizards who traded their souls for demonic powers. The man from Heimdall extracts a high price from the desperate king. He asks land for the homeless desert pygmies living exiled in the kingdom's borderlands. Hrothgar offers the hand of his eldest daughter instead, but the son of winter does not budge.
And hold on, why is the man from Heimdall doing any of this? All aboard for slaughter and glory? I mean, why is he doing all this, really?
What do you mean?
Like, why is he doing all this?
Because the flame of justice burns bright within his chest. Because, above all, he's driven to bring honor to the name of his beloved Heimdall. Because his noble Cutlan blood lusts for glory and conquest. It cannot be denied.
Okay, fair enough.
You skip past a section detailing an elaborate banquet with many toasts, as well as the long and perilous journey from Hrothgar's keep to the ancient forest of Yesdar, where our heroes infiltrate the Nachtherra's dire hall.
Continue.
In the center of the great hall stands a blood altar on which a pair of Nachtherra are disemboweling a shrieking peasant, an unholy rite that empowers the Nachtherra forbidden magic. As the vile ceremony ends, the sound of steel unsheathing draws the Nachtherra's attention to a pair of cloaked figures standing in the doorway.
Okay.
Swiftly, the visitors toss off their cloaks and unsheathe glimmering northern steel. It's the man from Heimdall and his valiant blood brother, Tyribald.
Nice. Well, yeah, I mean, who else would it be?
In an instant, the Nachtherra summon a horde of gibbering orcanoids who rush our heroes. The hall fills with the clang of blades and the screams of the dying as the floor goes slick with steaming orcanoid viscera.
Viscera. Orcanoid viscera.
Oh, for fuck's sake. When the din of battle settles, only the man from Heimdall and Tyribald remain standing. Exhausted and dripping with the entrails of their foes, the two Northmen confront the foul Nachtherra. The man from Heimdall's soda-like blue eyes fill with indescribable fury. For the Northlands, he cries, rushing headlong into a desperate melee.
I love how conceptualization's like Kim sometimes, where he's like, okay, can we, like, do other stuff? Cut him up, boy.
He probably is, but you can't be sure, because this one ends in a cliffhanger and a footnote saying, to be continued in Hyundalaman at the Gates of Tomorrow. Coming soon to your local bookstore.
Damn, that's messed up.
Considering the sheer amount of different Hyundalaman books out there, it's very unlikely you're ever gonna find the sequel.
Don't say that, Logic.
The man from Hyundal stares at you on the cover, his face fixed in grim resolve.
Oh, man. So then, I am genuinely curious. I mean, obviously we're not going to reread the same book, but can we sell these? Like, once we actually, like, get some other stuff, can we sell them? Alright, did the group leave yet? Are we getting into the afternoon? Nope. Okay. Damn, is there nothing else we can check? You know what? Actually, maybe there is. Box of sunglasses. Now, when it's white, does that mean it's open? Or is this stuff we've already done? Warded door. I know for sure Suna but where are the ravers at? Because that'll tell me that it means it's locked. Yeah, so maybe the white is what's... So the white is what we haven't done. It's volition for this one, and conceptualization. What did we not pass with Joyce? Like I said, we not only need to pass time, but we need to gain some points here. Hold on. Let's go back to Joyce real quick, and then we'll do conceptualization, I guess. I wish I had talked to that drunken guy more, because now he's suddenly not here, and I don't remember what he looks like. Oh, last episode we did paint the wall, so that was pretty cool. So, like, rambunctious of us. It's okay. Alright, let's see. Joyce is... Hers was conceptualization, and what else? Let's do one more check. Hold on. Conceptualization and volition. See. Oh, excuse me. Empathy. Conceptualization +1. Okay. And this last one. Logic. Was there a better hat for this? What was her other one? And volition. I don't think those two things can be in the same sentence. This one can. Any other... I mean, let's see what this does. Joyce, I feel like it's been a while. Let's see if there's other things we
You're
can pass
back.
with you.
Good. What can I help you with?
Now, I don't remember where her past was, so let's see.
I fear I've told you all I know. It's an Oranese map of the waterways, or some version. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nod's well-contained curiosity.
She's not even asking you anything.
Oh,
It's so easy to just say.
nice. Okay. So, Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
I love how he just played it off for us.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
It's almost ready to be found soon. Yeah, we're fine.
Yes. As you said.
Please don't get him in a loop. If he gets in a loop, it will last forever. Ask him to say something else, please.
That's wrong. You don't get into loops.
Of course. Thank you for the advice. I'm glad you were here to assist. Your other dealings with Everard are still of considerable interest to me.
The lieutenant will be more lenient toward sharing those, hopefully.
I mean, again, it's kind of like, do we really know what's good or bad for this? I help him turn up the heat on the borscht.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
The cook makes it to keep the strikers drunk, helps them. Are we gonna really tell her all that? I mean, sure.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
No, you misunderstand. I told him not to put any more in it.
Beyond curious. I will choose to interpret that as you turning the alcohol in the strike brew down. For the sake of our professional relationship.
Nice. We're getting points, guys. This is what we need.
And because I don't like the idea of them any more drunk than they already are. What else?
Well, he asked me to open a door to potentially kill a guy. That's cool, right?
A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
No, I mean just literally open the door to someone's house.
Oh my. A real door?
Yes.
The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear the nylon of his jacket rustle as he looks at you.
I had it done. It was useful for the case.
That's good to hear, Detective. Police work is rarely pretty, but it sounds like you did what you had to do.
Nice.
Her bartering mind cannot fathom that you didn't ask anything in return.
Frankly, what was done was not pretty at all, but neither was it illegal. And it was not for nothing.
Oh, come on, Kim. You gotta push it off.
This seems serious.
I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
Uh-oh. The Union's militant wing organized the lynching. Everard says the Wild Pines sent mercenaries after the Union, and now one's dead. Everard asked the Union's militant wing to fully cooperate with the investigation. We'll step back, Kim, alright?
Naturally, Detective. There are lighter topics to gossip about.
We won't tell her about the envelope yet.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up.
Let's talk more about the boat you're on.
What else can I do for you? What would you like to know?
Well, not a lot of people are on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
What do you mean, archipelago?
I mean, we are on Le Caillou, are we not?
Still haven't seen anyone else in the boat around, though.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Why, Rhetoric?
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
It'll come off like I'm envious, and I'm not. Why am I even talking about this? I have police work to do.
Have it your way.
Good.
I want to find that check.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what? Well, I stepped back from that. So is this where the other check was?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
All right.
She nods.
Damn, where is this check at? I've got questions about reality. Can you tell me more about the strike in the harbor?
Of course. Of course.
Don't tell her you've met Everard right away. There's time.
Got some questions about reality?
More lessons in basic reality?
Oh, here it is.
My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Oh, I know more about Dolores Day now. Heck, let's try it.
What is
Nice.
all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The fading pearls of her eyes look back to the sea.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see, madame?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
She concludes.
It must be. This is the greatest and the kindest arrangement the atoms had in them.
The best of all possible worlds, you said?
Indeed. There is a term of endearment they coined for it. In the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it. These archipelagos included.
And what is it?
Elysium.
Oh, we heard disco, now we get the other part of the title. Wait, is this the one with the evil apes? Elysium, the world needs a term of endearment? This world does not deserve a term? I mean, I think the brighter side of us would say that it's, we need a word of endearment, right?
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
And what's your definition of that?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I don't feel like I've got the whole picture yet. Got a clear picture. Let's proceed to another term. I don't feel like I've got the whole picture. Explain.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways? What shape would the world be then? How about it's a ball?
That's looking less and less likely, Detective. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revachol Grad.
Okay.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
What's a dark gray corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
Okay.
A cold fear seeps into you.
Oh my god, wait. What the hell are you telling me? The pale? And what do you mean corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness.
I wonder if this will correlate with Suna's thing to help our check, because she's talking about kind of like the void, right?
I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
Alright, a fractured corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anyone together. Okay, so then everything will be okay? I doubt it'll be okay. Let's press it.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Ooh. Well, I mean, if you say it's disco...
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
Oh, you said pale. What was pale again?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
His voice is low, but firm. All she can say is,
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
I don't want to. I want to know what the pale is. What do you mean it's not a part of our reality? We're gonna keep going.
Ma'am, remember you are dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer who is still recovering from a recent medical episode.
The Lieutenant's right. Let's change topics. What do you want to know? Anything.
you could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here, unless you can convince him to step aside.
Interesting. Oh. Sure.
Good idea. Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Hey, Kim, can I talk to Madame alone for just a moment?
Fine.
He steps away with his notes, okay?
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Now, what is the pail?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yeah, let's go for it. What is it?
Okay. The pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Okay. And what is the insula then?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
Okay.
Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And the Insulinde is...
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
Okay, and what is the pale like then?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
The negation of being.
The negation of...
That's right. The negation of being.
She tightens her hood against her neck. It's cold outside. Is it here? What are its physical qualities? If we're surrounded by the Pale, how do you get from Isla to Isla? How much pale is the world? Is it compared to the world? Is it here right now?
No, detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
And there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism, a mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
What are its physical qualities then?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
Interesting.
There's a slippery article in there.
Is it the Pale or just Pale?
Pale when it's particular, this territory of Pale. The Pale when it's pale in its entirety. Once you've seen it, language balks at the difference.
Okay, so if we're surrounded by Pale, how do you get from Isla to Isla?
Oh, it is so difficult for us. It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
Right, and the Pale can surely damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter.
Got it.
They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Right.
Who says and who argues?
Who says and who argues that?
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue.
What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
Hold on, though, but you're not just a civilian passenger.
No, Lieutenant Dubois. I'm entreprenetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Perhaps that explains her strange pining after the revolution. Some degraded early memories. Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well. The strange grey-haired woman in her lorry.
Oh. Do lorry drivers pass the Pale?
Yes, carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
You should ask the Pale driver about this. See what she says.
Nice.
That poor woman must have stories to tell, like you wouldn't imagine.
Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
Okay, let's keep it going, because we are passing time, but we got a level up, which is what we needed. What is, anthroponetic?
Entreprenetics. is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
So did they cross it, the Western Plain?
There are signs of pretermodern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has interplanetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale.
Interesting. I love how now that it's kind of like the sun setting, you see how it casts a shadow. I didn't realize that before.
In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we do not?
Then they don't.
Okay.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
Okay, just one more. How much Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment, or...?
What do you think, Detective?
Oh, okay. It's shrinking. There's more and more... It's shrinking. There is more and more of the world. It's growing. There is more and more Pale. Do we want to think positive? Let's think positive.
Oh no, Detective. It's not. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
It's not extreme at all. It's probably going to happen. Cover everything. That can't be. Where would we go? We'll stay silent.
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Ignorance is bliss.
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all. They say Pale is death, but for the universe.
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Alright, let's return to reality then.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
Nothing, just alcohol, fumes, and blackout. I sometimes sense vague shadows of the past, and it's not good. I'm getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this. I mean, obviously we'll tell her the truth. I mean, I'm seeing stuff in the past, but it's not looking good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
I mean, you're definitely right. It sounds like a disco blackout party for sure. It's terrifying. It will end all life. That we continue to persist at all is a testament of our faith in one another. Its advance can only be stopped with immediate, total, ruthless communism. God, a powerful anti-communist force, perhaps too powerful, but still they have it coming. I'm worried I have to say it doesn't sound very liberal to me. I don't know how you've all survived with it. It's a huge accomplishment. Who am I to think anything of it? Let's just stay positive. That we continue to persist at all is a testament of faith in one another.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes tense. Crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you, your bloodshot eyes and swollen face.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
I'll handle it. It's under control. This investigation will be my masterpiece. The one they remember me by. I promise. Yes, I'm in serious trouble here. It'll be a fucking disaster. All I know, all the people will die. No. They'll call it a masterpiece. I mean, but really it might be number 4.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, Hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile...
Oh, I know, Joyce.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
She gives a slight bow.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
You need to have worried. That was fucking insane. Right, well, let's get to work. Some more reality lowdown before we go. Yeah, let's get to work.
Good luck, detectives.
All right. We got a point, y'all, which means we can... Next episode, let's try for Suna's thing again, I guess? Or do we think we're better off with the Ravers? Oh, boy. Okay, well, anyway. I'm going to stop right here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We got a little more story. We got an actual novel read, which is, I think, pretty ahead of us. We smoked, though. Not good. I'm hoping that was just a one-time thing. I think it will be. I thought it would give me a special point, but it didn't. So, yeah. Guys, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.